Towards a New Socialism. Individual property rights. Property relations in a socialist commonwealth have to allow the smooth functioning of the economic system, to protect the legitimate interests of individuals and institutions, and to prevent the emergence of exploitation. In general, there are tensions between these requirements. Any system of property relations is at the same time a system of restraint and exclusion. When the law specifies that a resource is the property of one individual, that resource is thereby denied to the others. If a man owns landed property, his ownership denies others the free use of that land. Historically, the right of some individuals to own property has allowed them to exploit others. The ownership of land allows landlords to exploit tenants. The ownership of capital allows entrepreneurs and bankers to exploit employees. Although this exploitation is unjust from a humanitarian standpoint, it remains legitimate and necessary within the structure of Western society. Without secure property rights, capitalist industry could not thrive, and the economy would decline into chaos and stagnation. So long as society provides no other mechanisms to organize production, capitalist firms have a legitimate interest in exploiting their employees. Property law has both a class character and an economic rationale. It protects the interests of those with property from those without, and provides the preconditions for economic development. Socialist property law has to support analogous functions, but in this case the interests that have to be protected are those of the producers, and those who must be constrained are the potential exploiters. It must give positive rights to workers and protect their legitimate interests in the new economy, while acting as a constraint upon any actions by individuals that would either disrupt the socialist economy or reintroduce exploitation. The key positive rights that a socialist commonwealth should grant individuals are as follows. 1. The right to earn a living. 2. The right to receive the full value of their labor. And 3. The right to dispose of the value of their labor as they wish. These property rights constitute an essential aim of socialist society. They are components of the socialist good life. The rights not to be exploited and to choose how to spend your income are ends in themselves. The right to earn a living has an additional social rationality. It is only by allowing all citizens to take an active part in the economy that the wealth of society as a whole is maximized. None of these individual rights can be absolute. A citizen has the right to be provided with work, but only with such work as she is able to perform and for which there is a need. People have the right to the full proceeds of their labor, but this does not exempt them from the need to pay taxes. Only part of the proceeds of labor can be made available for individual disposition, the disposition of the remainder being decided democratically in the light of common social objectives. Individuals may dispose of their income however they wish, provided that they do not harm the environment or impinge upon the liberties of others. For a commonwealth to give its citizens such rights, it must have an appropriate institutional and economic framework. We will examine 3 aspects of this framework: the organization of production, the nature of employment, and the protection of the environment. End of section.